Hello team, welcome back to the Long Dark. Whoa, that's some lag. I'm super pumped. As always, this game holds a special place in my heart. I miss snow. It's scary, but it's compelling. It's a struggle between life and death. And that's just what we're gonna do today because we're starting to get cold and we have to run north. We have to get across and we're trying to reach that church artifact to find out what happened to it. See if we can bring it back to our good friend something. I don't remember what his name is offhand. Bad of me. Real bad of me. But our temperature's starting to flag, so it's important that we're gonna reach some high ground, find out which direction we have to go to reach something with 4 walls. Like that actual house over there might be not a half bad spot to go to. Or these. Something where I feel a little bit more comfortable building a fire. It is interesting to note that you would think with so much grass kind of poking through the snow, it's not that thick. So, and these buildings are still, like there's a foot of snow on top of that building, but snow will stick more on top of the building than it will underneath it, especially in one like this where it remains colder up in the air like that. Alright, I need fire. And I don't have that much equipment to actually build a fire with it. How close are we? Yeah, Molly's house is just over here. We might as well head over there. Yes, yes we do. We need to find a place to escape the cold. So that's just what we'll do. Then we'll grab a rest. It's starting to get late. It'll be worth it to spend a little bit of time improving our gear, repairing what we can before we move on. Anything out there trying to kill me? Nope. Nope. No. Yeah, oh, hello. Okay. Alright, what was that moan about? Why? Why? Okay. So where's Molly then, though, is my next question. Because, like, dead guy's still here. He's still all messed up. Right, and, like, I get it that that's kind of a big deal. Wait. Oh, I can't get out there. Ah, I have to sleep with the dead guy. I don't want to sleep with the dead guy down here. Man, that's not cool. That's not cool. Okay. Well, alright. Guess if we have to. I don't need any of that. What I would prefer to do is still go into my inventory. With kind of what I have. Can I repair this at all? Yes. Yes is the answer. Perfect. A little bit more if we've got the time. Okay, that's a little bit better. That's better on us, better on Astrid. Can we keep that on, please? Don't take off your long underwear. It's important. Survival. Don't run out of light. Don't run out of light. Don't run out of light. Come on, make the repair. Yes. Good. Alright, this one I fully expected to fail. Sun will dip. No? Oh. Well, good. So that's exactly what I was hoping to do. Where are those? There's no other cloth unless I could cut this guy up. Which I don't think is the case. How about... We don't have any whetstones. So we can't improve... Like this. Unfortunately, we can't clean it. We can't harvest it. Sharpen, again, whetstone we're missing. We've got these back. We've got rifle ammunition. I think everything's reloaded. Yep, everything's reloaded. Which means that the last thing that we really will have to do is sleeping next to the dead guy. I would not be okay. I would not be okay doing that. I would have Mm-mm. I couldn't handle that. That would just freak me out. Oh, God, he's still there, thank God. I just was thinking to myself, like, how much freakier would it be if I woke up and his body wasn't there? Which is a horribly horrifying thought. What if it was, like, part of the story? Like, she's supposed to move the body before you get there next time, so the scripting had her move his body, Molly move the gentleman's body. Yeah, that would just... Nope. No, I'd probably be done for the day. I'd probably... Oh, God. I'm freaking myself out thinking about these possibilities. I know there's some sci-fi to this, though. Still there. Good. Alright. Just like another hour. And then we'll be ready to go. I freaked myself out. I'm thinking about it, and I'm like... It's tucking into the back of my head. Still there. Thank God. Okay. Every time. Gotta make sure. Double tap. Should be pre-dawn. I'm holding a rock. Why am I holding a rock when I can hold a gun? Which is smarter. Okay. BMNT. Before morning nautical time. So it's pre-dawn. It's false dawn. Looks super bright, but it's not quite. Alright, so I'm gonna head up to this crossing. We'll get across, go into here. Ah, it's a woodpecker. Where is a woodpecker getting food? Or no, maybe that was just the groan of wood on wood. Crunch, 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 crunch. That's so loud. That hissing sound, for those of you who aren't around slower, the different kinds of snow or like that kind of world, ice can form a crust on the surface. When it gets warm air blowing over, what happens is the top layer melts, forms kind of like a watery, well, it melts slightly, forming an ice crust, which then when snow beads or little like balls of snow flow over it, it sounds kind of that sound blowing over it, which is different than wind blowing through tree limbs. Yeah, there's a deer. Oh dear, oh dear. I don't know what happens when you shoot a rabbit with a gun. I'm not going to do it. It'd be very rude of me. But I don't know if the game like obliterates the creature or not. That's a bear. Are you seeing that out there in the like corner of my screen? It makes it slightly closer. But yeah, that right there's a bear. No thanks. No thank you. Am I wearing all my clothing? My character, she's freaking out. Right? Why is she freaking out? It's cold. Alright. Whatever. We gotta move. We gotta move, we'll move. Not die. Try not to die. Okay, we're at a sprain risk. We're gonna try really hard not to hurt our legs. Okay. Is the ice gonna break? No? No danger? Search a suitcase. Oh! I'll take it. Normal underwear, decent running shoes. Cattails provide food, but we're doing okay on food, and I don't anticipate too many problems. I swear to God if this phone rang. Okay, we could stop off there and gain the tent back. Not quite there yet. We don't need it. We're doing alright. We just need to reach this next spot. Find out if our stuff's actually been stolen. I'm carrying the revolver because I have more bullets for it. And I figure if I'm going to fend something off, I want the revolver, louder bang maybe. A little bit easier to wield. I don't know for sure. Just my feeling. So if my guess is correct, this is a safe spot for temperature. Let's find out. Let's see. See what happens. Okay, Draft Dodgers cabin. New objective. Search the cabin. Newspaper reporting stolen church artifacts. Stolen from the church. An artifact was given to the parish by a prominent local landowner decades ago. According to Father Thomas, the local parish priest, Father Thomas. Although its monetary value is considerable for members of our church, it is a spiritual matter as well. I'll take that. Suitcase. Undelivered letter. Read text. My Cindy. What now, honey? No cash? Nothing coming. I had to do something. Everyone's gone. I don't know where this ends, but I'm sorry either way. Things up above on the ridge in that empty basement. Maybe we can trade it for a way out of here. Sam. Okay, so it's not in this area. So it's up on Skeeter's Ridge basement. I have so much food.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
I want to convert that to cloth. I saw the rifle cartridges. I wondered. Yep, we're holding too much stuff. Ghost Stag. Long battered by harsh winters and isolation, Pleasant Valley often sought refuge and comfort in nature. A favorite pastime was standing watch for a legendary stag, which the older locals claimed could bring about a special insight. If that is if you could ever find the wild creature, whether it was the mysterious animal itself or the very act of peaceful observation which brought this new awareness to light, no one rightly knows anymore. We'll take that. I didn't realize that collecting those books would initiate things. So if anyone really cares, yell at me. I'll go back to episode 1 where I found a book that had a legend in it, and I'll take it. I thought it was just like world building. I didn't realize it was so important. Anything underneath the bed on this side? No. Okay, nothing up there, lampshade, and nothing underneath the bed. Chair, I mean.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
You could. There is always that possibility. But we're not there yet. Because instead what I want to do is to harvest certain materials that we have extras of. Like this one. Actions, harvest. And not only does it give us cured leather, it breaks it down, reduces the weight, and it gives us temperature back. And a productive use of our time. Action, harvest. Seemed like that. Now our temperature's back up, and now we get more cloth to do more repairs with. Same thing here. This one's at 88, that one's at 49. So we will just harvest it. About 30 minutes worth, and here we go. Because yeah, we've got an excess of resources. I just don't see too much. Yeah, that's better. We can take this one, harvest it as well, gather up cloth, which it weighs 0.1 instead of, I think that one was 0.15. And this one weighs 0.15 as well. Astrid Juk. It's at 66. It's not as good. So the base weight is easier, but it's not as good. It's knittable tab, warm and durable, perfect for the wilderness. Pretty much, but not quite. It's worth it to us to get rid of it. Gather up that cloth, use it elsewhere. 76, 81, 69%, so only down about a third. Those are doing all right. These could do with repair. We'll take it. And then we'll keep running. Okay, so if I check my tab, Fallen Star, locate the downed airliner. So Skeeter's Ridge, Tall Tales, the Ghostly Stag. What? Oh my goodness, Black Rock. Prison bus have found their way up there. My goodness. Black Rock. Survivors have found their way to Pleasant Valley. Follow you through the mountains. Oh, interesting. And I don't remember this area. I thought it ended right about here. I didn't remember it going this far south, so I think this map has been updated and got a lot more information. Hidden tales tell of a glowing cave. Church artifact, yeah, so it's up here. Somewhere along here, there should be, oh, maybe we have to travel further right here. I think I'll go over to this right here. I think that would make the most sense to me. What's our actual weight? Okay. That'll help a little bit, and then in terms of food, we're also down. Yep. Food, that... See, it's wet. Blue means wet. It's been a while since we played. I figure I will just talk my way through back through some of this information. The value of meat typically is very low, but it's high in protein for what it is. In this game, it's food value just because based on calories, it's lower. Because it takes more mass to achieve the same amount of calories that other pieces of food have a higher ratio of, more calories to less weight. Which when I talk about the food value of something, the worthwhileness it is to hold onto the food and carry it with you, whether as compared to just stuffing it in a chest somewhere to store it. Food value goes down when it weighs more and gives you less calories. You can make antibiotic with it. It's just smarter to have along. Alright, and we're moving. We're moving and we're grooving. So now what we're doing is looking for a way up on top of the ridge here. Towards Timberwolf Mountain. Notice in the bottom right corner, there's that red slant, which means that we're on a slanted surface trying to move, and you have a higher chance of injuring yourself, basically. I wonder if Astrid can also get the same, like, well-fed bonus, because you can survive for 5 days with full hunger, and that should give you an extra 5 pounds, or kilograms, I keep saying pounds, but kilograms of mass. So roughly 10 pounds. As an estimate. I'm not seeing any way up. That's for sure. That was also, I think, one of the first bears we've seen other than part 1 of the game. Or was that part 2 that... Chapter 2 or Chapter 1 that had us kill the Great Bear? Oh, hello. Hello, hello. So... I'm just watching. Yeah, we gotta head up to this. I really don't need to bag them. There's no purpose in me killing the stags that are running around. It doesn't net me anything. The temperature is falling slower in this region. I'm curious as to why that would be too. We were down on the valley floor, so I'm yammering on and on and on, but I think that's also my purpose when we're playing a game like this. When we're lower in a valley like we were back there, cold air sinks. So if we were in a valley, it's going to be the coldest at the bottom of it. So we're up on a valley wall or climbing upwards. So I wonder if that does make any kind of difference. Look at all of this wood. So yeah, if you needed to start a fire, you'd start one like right in the middle of all these pieces of wood. You harvest up the little ones. Once you've got about an hour and a half, 2 hours worth of time on your hands, run over to one of these, knock it apart in about 45 minutes. Bam! You've got yourself a sweet fire setup. It's one of the things, the game just gives you plenty. Because it's about the story, not the survival. I also didn't... My back is tweaked right now. I'm sorry, I kept shifting my weight. The game never gave me an option to make the game harder. It never said, hey, do you want to play on veteran or classic or different modes? There's a dead thing over there. Yep. Again, we could stop, but if we take a look at my food reserves, I've got lots of calories. There's no point in picking up lots more and struggling to carry it. Just won't be a value to us. It'll take more time, we'll get colder than we should. It would slow our progress. Oh, there's the fire. Directly over there. So we're getting closer. We might actually see it this episode, and I'm pumped. Because I thought it was a different crash. I thought it was a different crash than what's being kind of indicated here. Because there's a map upwards of Timberwolf Mountain, that region over there, that had... Look at him sprinting around. A plane crash in it. There was like sections of the wheels and different bits of stuff going on. I'm gonna stop it on this house if we can make it. Oh. Okay. Sprint, 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 sprint. And... Okay. Any dead people? I see dead people. I don't see dead people. Founded in 1919, Thomas Crossing remains the only significant community in Pleasant Valley with a history tied to the farming and mining concerns of its residents. The isolated town followed its own path along the boom and bust cycle of the Great Barrier Island industry, with greater and greater instability due to seismic activity, which is what we just felt. The workings of the local mines proved too dangerous for later generations to exploit, and with the arrival of local activists determined to keep new industry from taking root in Pleasant Valley, Thomas Crossing began its steady decline. Interesting. I'll be taking that and that. And that's a flare. That's pork and beans. Table we could always break down. Rifle cartridge is cool. Cardboard box might have something inside of it. Mostly right now we're gonna hang out and do some repair work. Maybe give those creatures out there time to pass. So is this any better? No, but it's also in really, really bad shape. So I'm kind of curious if we repaired it up, if we could get any extra warmth out of it. Because then it might replace the t-shirt in terms of how good it is. Yeah, actually, yeah, definitely. Because that wind chill bonus, it's going to be important to us. So if we harvest this, we'll get extra cloth. Maybe we can repair that dress shirt one more time. And then we'll continue on tonight. I don't want to wait too long. Repair. And yeah, see 0.5, it's the same exact as the t-shirt, and yet it's got a full 1 wind chill bonus. Everything else is good. Our weight is still over. That's in tough shape. Hopefully it doesn't make us sick. That would suck. Okay. How much is left? Did we actually eat it? I can't tell. Alright, let's just cram another moldy, salty crackers. Although I am curious how salty crackers could actually get moldy. Because when you think about it, they shouldn't be able to because they're covered in salt. They just get stale. Unless they got wet, and that's a whole different story. Hypothermia happens when body temperature stays too low for too long. Keep an eye on your temperature using the status screen. Alright, well... Okay. And... yeah, take that. Take that. Get out of here. Get out of here. I got bullets and you got nothing. New location discovered. Point of disagreement. Oh, that's a crowbar. Oh, jeez. Leave that. I know I'm being loud. I'm moving quickly. Is that a bandage? What do we got in here?
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I don't think you can either, Astrid. I'm loading you up with stuff. That is for sure. But I am curious what's in the trunk. And if the game gave me a pry bar, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna find out. Most certainly. Maybe it's just teaching me mechanics, kind of. Reminding me of mechanics in the game. Anything? Nothing. Nothing at all. That is very unfortunate. Okay, we'll drop that. We'll drop. Sure, because we've got these still. We still have those. Drop, 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 drop. Food-wise, this is crap. And, okay. We don't need everything, but I also don't want to keep carrying cured leather. Okay. I'm going to keep a pry bar with me. That's kind of, to me, like one of the hugest points in the game is just carrying enough stuff that you can continuously harvest new stuff. And especially because we continuously move through areas, it's going to be important to retain the tools of extraction. So axes, hacksaw once we get it, retaining, for example, that, whatchamacallit as well, the pry bar. Because what if we net a better jacket with it, or we get more bullets, or a really good food item? MREs are incredible. Alright, Skeeter's Ridge is coming up before too long. Should be up on our left. Wow. I kind of want to go... Yeah, I think that's where we've caught sight of it. It's on fire. It's horrible. Look at it. It's bad. But now we're going to swing just down into this region here ahead of me. I know where the basement is. We'll go find out what's going on in the basement of Skeeter's Ridge. We'll solve that quest. And then we'll come back and investigate the plane crash. Probably in the next episode. I feel bad. But we did catch sight of it. There's the crashed airliner. We're so close. I wonder if the implication here is that the plane crash caused these to catch fire. Okay, so here's the basement. And take out... Search behind the loose boards in the basement. Okay. We can do that. Alright. Let's... My goodness, look at all that food again. Pleasant, with the onset of the collapse of Pleasant Valley, locals didn't notice the brunt of change all that quickly. So being accustomed to remote living already, it took several years before life shifted in a dramatic fashion. Residents did begin to notice the growing scarcity of the few creature comforts imported to the island, but connected as they were to regular reports from the Regional Weather Service radio station, their post-collapse isolation took some years to set in. There it is. So now we're establishing some kind of a timeline. It's their post-collapse isolation. So the collapse, I'm guessing, the implication there is like collapse. It was an economic collapse. But like this weather shift and pattern came on quickly. I'm still trying to figure that one out. I want those quality tools. These the boards? Where are the boards? Behind loose boards. Church artifact, an old, finely crafted cross, museum worthy in its quality.
Bring you home.
That's exactly what we'll do. So that kind of does it for this episode here. I'm going to turn out this lamp so we stop wasting light. In the next one, you'll see me loot this place real quick, and then we'll be back out and we'll go investigate that crash site. Sound good? thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it, and catch you guys in another The Long Dark episode. Bye-bye.